It's great to be joined by the Director of Football, Jason Wilcox, walking out to watch the team train. It's a glorious day here at Carrington, Jason, and the mood in the camp seems really good after those 3 consecutive Premier League wins.
Yeah, I mean, the mood's not changed, to be honest. I think when you lose football matches, of course, we're disappointed. I think the Brentford game stands out as a game where we were extremely disappointed in the way we played, but in all the other games, I think we've had moments of really good play. We're seeing progress. We've just got to keep this going now, and not get too carried away when we win, and not get too disappointed when we lose. We know we're making progress. It'll be another tough game at weekend, and Ruben and the guys will be fully prepared, and we know what we're going to get at Notts Forest. A new manager. They've got a good playing squad. You saw that last year, and it's going to be a really difficult game for us.
The new signings all seem to have bedded in really well. They fit into the culture of the club. They've really bought into it. Great work by everybody getting that calibre of player in over the summer.
Yeah, I mean, the guys have settled in really quickly. I think, especially when you look at Mateus and Brian, they've played in the Premier League, and they've lived in England. There's a quicker transition. I think for Benji and Senna, you look at their transition, they've transitioned extremely well. We're really pleased. They're 2 young players, they're 2 for the future. But they've settled in amazingly well. They're all good guys, even from last summer's window. They're top professionals, top players. And we've just got to turn it into results now. We're really optimistic. We're going in the right direction. We have a clear plan. I'm sure there's going to be bumps in the road, but we've just got to make sure that we stay calm, irrespective of the noise on the outside. I see the intensity. I'm at training every day. I see the way that they train, the way that they apply themselves, the way that they communicate and get on with each other. I think when you lose football matches, you're always going to be a little bit disappointed, especially at this club.
You did identify in the summer, you and the team, that we needed the goals, and the goals have started to arrive, which got to be quite proud of that as well. And as a team, I'm quite happy with the way that it's worked out, and we're certainly seeing the fruits of that, not just at Old Trafford, but now away from home too.
Yeah, I think when you obviously we've plugged in with some really talented players who, they create and score goals. But I think when you score goals, it's not just about the front guys. I think it's the way that we build up. It's the way that the way that Ruben works with the players every day on the idea and how to create chances. So when we look at the amount of chances we're creating, we're just starting to convert, but we've got to keep it going. We've won 3 games in a row, but we've got to make it 4. And the only way we're going to get this club back to the top is by driving the standards, and the players and Ruben are certainly doing that on a daily basis.
And you mentioned the Forest game up next. The preparation's going well?
Preparation's going well. The players, they came in on Sunday and did a recovery. Monday they would take the day off, and now they'll spend the time preparing for the game, understanding what we're going to get at Notts Forest, how they play. Obviously a new manager, so it's slightly difficult to assess what they've done previously, but ultimately they've got good players, and the home crowd will get behind them. It's important that we go there and we compete in the early stages of the game, and then we'll see where we get.
And just finally, as we enter towards the festive period, from your playing days, what a busy time of the year that is for a footballer. But how are the preparations going for that longer term vision?
Yeah, I mean, we've got a clear plan. We know what we've got to do. We know there are areas of the team that we've got to improve. For us to get in the top 4 and consistently challenge for Champions League places and win Champions League, win Premier Leagues, we've got to invest in the squad, and we've got to buy the right players who are talented, but also who can deal with the pressure and who can take the squad forward. And it's not always about just signing elite talent. They've got to have the right character and who can bring something different to the team. We're really happy with where we are. We know we've got to improve. And we'll never, I think when the players, they'll never be satisfied. Ruben will never be happy. I'll never be happy. It's just how we're built. We're always looking to improve. I think anybody who works at Manchester United should be thinking the same, and they do, with the standards that we're driving every day.